Okay, just brief review. You guys already submitted. Most of the people did a great job. But I still need to, check briefly about what you have to do to share the good example. This is, one of our students, your friend, Daniela's, and lesson plan. It was working really well. So let's go back to check. What is the objective? Objective has to be the California standard. So under the standard, there is a 5 standard. We call domain or components. It doesn't matter. So let's see, domain 1, artistic perception. Okay, what is a, artistic perception? Let me put the, just brief idea. So what is a, artistic perception in common, regardless of the age group? What should be? Which one?
Colors.
That's right. So what do you call? Elements of art and principles of design. Oops. Anyway, I cut my finger this morning, so that's right. So you have to talk about the elements of art and design. And also, what did I say? I always say let's start with student. And then each sentence starts from student. So she wrote about the 3. So student. So let's start. Student will be able to identify constructing color that the artist is hearing, utilize in his artwork, and how it helps to communicate the artist's subject mood. That's one. Okay, what was this parenthesis? This is supposed to be subcategory. So each objective has common. So which is have to follow the 5 standard. But depending on the age group, subcategories content is different. So after brainstorming, listing up, what is a domain 1, what is a domain 2, what is a domain 3, and then you're going to go back to the California standard to find it out which should be. Okay, what is a subcategory? So just briefly check it out how she did it. All right, so she did domain 3. Domain 1, 1.3, 1.1, 1.2. So sometimes not exactly the same, exactly cover, but you have to think about it. This is the point. Okay, so what is a domain 2, creative expression? This should be, anyone remember?
Is it a material?
That's right. And process. So what kind of material this lesson plan uses? What kind of process? What kind of technique? So what she said, again, she started to use student. Okay, here you go. Then she talking about it, artwork, poster, like in a poster style. So this is a process, right? Also marker, this is the material. And then you did not put actually subcategory, so you did not find the right one, or you just forgot? Which one?
I didn't find like an exact.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So that's a good point. I was curious, why you did some place where you didn't, so you did not. Okay, then you created the third one. Student will be able to use complementary color to make certain elements of their art pop out. So sometimes this is a domain 1, but it was related to this domain 2.
Yeah, the use of colors.
Under the domain 2. Okay, we can talk about it later. You can check it out again. Okay, looks like more domain 1 more than domain 2. All right, so let's go to the domain 3, historical and cultural context of the visual art. This is a pretty simple art history or cultural history. And then she did again, starting with student, and they put the subcategory after. That's great. And then aesthetic body. So what was aesthetic body? So there's so many approaches, but I always say critique. So how to criticize, and also the value of the art. Well, you can just briefly think about it. What is a very special thing about this lesson plan, about the history or material? Anything is okay. So this domain 4 is a place to list it up. What is the significant? What is the different? What is especially valuable compared to any other lesson? So she says students will be able to identify important subject matter. That's great. So through this project, you guys find it out the subject, the issue, social issue that you really need to discuss this time around, right? Okay, last one is domain 5. This is, also there are so many covering things. Also, depending on the age group, the content subcategory might be different. Domain 5 should be connection, relationships, and application. But I encourage you to think about what? Remember, in this particular domain 5, how to integrate this particular lesson plan into academic subject. Thank you. Everybody, hello. I know. Okay, so she says students will be able to understand how the use of art can be incorporated to different subject matter, including other academic courses like history, math, and science. That's wonderful. So again, this is a good start to think about each domain and also subcategory, and also you can start to think about how it is different from age to age. Okay, so this is a kind of a tricky part, but after this objective could be easy. Student material listed up, also teacher's material. So why I set up the differences between student teachers materials, or student material is just listed up what you provide to the student. So how about the teacher's material? Teacher's material could be
additional information.
exactly. So any particular information, what particular tool you use it. Even like a projector, so on could be a part of a teacher's material, because I cannot survive without this visual information and the student example, and I did like a video drawing the line. This is a wonderful example. Okay, vocabulary was wow, wonderful. Lots of listed up. So this is a vocabulary that you'd like to teach, share with the particular age group. Okay, but also if you'd like to list up everything for as your teachers, that's fine. So that's why last time we talked, maybe you may be able to create a two category: vocabulary for the student, vocabulary for teacher. So it's up to you, but I just sum up as a vocabulary. All right, and procedure. Okay, here you go. What is important for the procedure, which is I didn't want you to include introduction, and then also what was it? Which should be closure. Also, sometimes it's really nice to put a tip. I love the one. Tip. Give me tip. Okay. So introduction should be how you start to talking about this particular lesson. You cannot teach, okay, let's have fun time. This is not the way. You have to talk about the historical culture background, so what students can learn through the project. So in this particular project, you're going to introduce about the value of his hearing style, also characteristics. So she wrote about it, that's great. And this step by step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. So depending on lighter like you guys, sometimes maybe 5, maybe more. Okay, it's completely up to you. Tip what she said. Try to use vibrant color throughout your piece and make your subject. That's good. Then closure. Closure is simply how to close the project. Basically in this class, I always ask each student to write about the information about the art project, also share, and also if you have a space on the wall, put up the artwork, and they're looking at the artwork together. because I believe that putting the artwork on a wall and then look at far away, this time completely different. Last time we put on a table because this room is wonderfully, nicely, no space. But maybe we can find the next space, okay? All right. Then visual procedure. Well, this is I really like it. So I really get, no matter how many procedure you listed up. For example, Daniela, she put the 6 procedure. But just choose 4 information: introduction, supporting visual images, transitional, conclusion. She put step 1 sketch, step 2 outline and the color, and then step 3 draw and the color flags, and step 4 color border. That's wonderful. So we are lucky to live in 21st century. We can use a smartphone, take a picture, print. Used to be I requested to each student to draw, believe it or not. But some of you who love drawing, you are welcome to draw too. I personally like a hand drawing. Maybe you can make 2. Alright, so let me see quickly. Okay, assessment. This time in assessment, of course, when you are a teacher in your class, you're going to create this chart, how to evaluate, how to assess student artwork. But in this class, I asked you to evaluate yourself, remember? So I really wanted to create a category, what kind of, evaluation you're going to do. Clarify of message, quality of composition, color use, age appropriate, overall quality, okay? And A, B, C, D. So this assessment is about your artwork, okay? No matter how you evaluate it, for example, she put the AA, A minus AA, don't worry. If you complete it, should be A. Okay? So it's nice to be, evaluate. When you evaluate each project, you can find which one you like, which one you don't like the project. Okay? All right. Also, suggestion and a comment. This is your own suggestion. Okay?
You want
Mega?
us to evaluate our own artwork? On
Yes. Yes. Your own. In this lesson plan. But again, even though you say sometimes you are, too criticizing your artwork too much, you say sometimes C, but I will give you A if you complete it. Okay? So don't worry about it. Okay? Because again, because I teach 6 or 7 art projects in this class. Some project you might not like it, even you work hard, you might not be happy. So you might criticizing about your artwork to put the C, but as long as you complete it, by following my instruction, I have no, problem to give you a question.
I forgot to do my assessment. Did you earlier mention how late we could resubmit?
It's okay. And in this, class, I even give you the due date, but it's just a, like a goal. So
Okay.
that's you can submit anytime, but during the semester, okay?
Yeah.
Don't email me during Christmas time.
Sounds good, thanks.
Okay.
I'll
So that's
be on top of
okay.
that.
But when late submission or resubmission, just email me quickly because I tend to forget. Okay, so you
Sophie.
should not.
So if we already resubmitted it, then we email you that we
It's
submitted.
better,
Okay.
yeah. Because I check many students, not only this class. So that's why I tend to do for the people who writing me. So you should not be too quiet. Okay. All right, suggestion and comment. This is a suggestion comment, your own suggestion comment for this particular lesson. Because I ask you to follow my lesson. For example, I encourage you to use only color marker, but Riley use a painting. So she might say, well, painting is much easier or much more, easy to blend the color, or you can teach how to blend the color. So you can put your suggestion comment. And you can adapt this idea into your lesson in the future. Okay, then what did I say? I understand that because I request you to submit to the, actually Brittany, you're correct. I put the, and the step-by-step instruction to send your final piece to the discussion. But I also ask you to and put in here. So some of you who submit to the discussion didn't put it in here, right? So, but please, go back to add here because this is everything. I didn't want to save everything as a lesson plan. So please clarify, let me clarify. So I'd like you to, put your own information about your artwork in this lesson plan to be submitted. Okay. So Daniela did a mixed word. She put the explanation and then she did. Okay, so this is a great lesson, and you guys did a great job actually. So I'm so happy to see you guys lesson plan for the next project. Okay. All right. Any question?